Hey! Okay everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Justice League Elite, the complete limited series, which consisted of Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, take a look at these comic covers right here. Now, Justice League Elite is a limited series that spun off of the main JLA title. It lasted for about 12 issues. It is completely different from the main JLA title for two reasons. First is that this is a different team than we know and love in JLA, with the exception of a few people that came over, such as Flash, Green Arrow, and Raven. Not Raven the Teen Titan, Raven the Justice League member. He came out of the Obsidian Age. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Minuto? Couldn't pronounce it for the life of me. If anyone knows the pronunciation, it would be a big help. So please comment at it. But with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 people, this is a completely different Justice League team. Second big difference is that this is a completely different Justice League team in terms of tone of the comic. See, the Justice League is for the most part firefighters. They put out the fires that are caused by bad guys. This Justice League team is an undercover Justice League team. It's not like one of those proactive, we need to get the bad guys before they cause trouble teams. This is more akin to, say, the Outsiders, where they're black ops, willing to go undercover and do what needs to be done, save from killing people. And when I mean do what needs to be done, they really will do what needs to be done. They're like cops that go so deep undercover that they almost get consumed by the cover that they're so deep under. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio from The Departed. He is an example of the Justice League Elite. The best analogy I have going for me. But these guys are willing to do anything undercover, with the exception of killing. I mean, at one point, they even sell and do drugs. Pretty intense. So, the Justice League Elite is willing to do whatever needs to be done to get the job done. Now, let's actually get into the story itself. Justice League Elite starts off with Superman getting into confrontations with Manchester Black, which is a anti-hero slash villain depending on which comic you're reading him in. Manchester Black is pretty cool too. He's a badass. He's like the Spike of the DC universe, and he's telepathic. Now, Manchester Black creates this team called the Elite, and the Elite goes around and does basically what the Justice League does, only they're willing to kill to do it. Superman is eventually able to defeat the Elite, and everything's set right. Until Manchester Black's sister shows up, who goes by the name Sister Superior. Cool name. Now, Sister Superior cuts a deal with the Justice League so that she can bring back the Elite with some new members and create a more Black Ops undercover Justice League team to make sure whatever happened with Manchester Black doesn't happen again. And also make sure that, well, they do the stuff that the regular Justice League team couldn't necessarily do. So the Justice League agrees and they arrest the Justice League Elite, which Green Arrow and the Flash join up with. Now, Justice League Elite has kind of a long overall story arc, which starts off with small-level crime, mid-level crime, and then they go over to big stuff that actually includes New Gods. Yes, the New Gods get involved, or at least one New God gets involved. Kinda. Anyways, the Justice League Elite's basic goal, as stated before, is just to get the job done no matter what. Sister Superior in particular does that job, and she borderlines on the, oh, I might be turning into my brother kind of thing, because she can change her shape and look like anyone that she wants with her technology, her kind of cloaking device, holographic cloaking device. And at points, she does things that are very shady. And even at one point, a member of the Justice League Elite kills someone. No one knows who it is, but it's a big mystery that goes throughout the comic. And eventually, when you do find out who it is, it might actually shock you, because there's a lot of misdirection when it comes down to who the killer is. And that's the basic concept of the comic. I don't want to give too much away of the story, because it's really something that you should experience on your own. So let's jump into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, I like the fact that the concept actually works. I stated it before, a lot of the times when comics go off and they want to do, we will hunt down the bad guys and stop them before they start any trouble kind of thing, like in JLA Cry for Justice, it just doesn't make sense because, see, in order to stop a criminal from actually committing a crime, the criminal needs to commit a crime. They're not guilty until they commit the crime, so they're not a criminal. I can see kind of where they're trying to say that, oh, well, the Joker's already a criminal. Yeah, we'll bring the Joker in. But with certain people that haven't committed the crime yet, you really have no right to bring them in. And I hate it when comics do that. Justice League Elite doesn't. They go as a deep undercover Justice League team, and it actually comes out pretty cool. And the stuff they do is kind of cool, too. The members are, for the most part, all likable. I like Raven more after reading this. And Sister Superior is just awesome. It's a shame she's not used outside of this comic. It really is, because she's such a cool character that her character really got fleshed out in this, and she has a lot of layers and a lot of depth, and a lot of untapped potential that could be used in many other comics. I mean, I guess you could say the ending for her is nice in this, but it would be really cool to see more of her. I also like the fact that they did include some other Justice League members to join up. Green Arrow was actually a decent pick, but Flash seemed kind of, well, random. It doesn't seem like Flash would be on the Justice League Elite team. Maybe like the Batman or something, but, I mean, the Flash, it seems a little kind of odd. In addition to that, there's a few surprises with some of the members that you won't ever see coming, that you'll be like, wait, you're actually that person? Whoa. And in the end, the overall story arc starts off rocky, but it ends up kind of cool. It really starts to get things going towards the end, and it's really fun when it gets towards the end. Bad. Like I said, the thing starts off rocky, and it can be downright boring in the very beginning. And it's kind of confusing when they're dealing with the Manchester Black stuff. You're like, what the hell is happening here? You kind of have to look it over twice just to be like, oh, okay. Sure, I guess I can accept that. So it starts off very rocky. And the other thing is you really don't invest yourself in too many of the characters. Some of the characters you do, mainly Sister Superior, but some other characters you just don't give a shit about. And whether they live or die, turn evil or not, it really doesn't matter in the end. So that's another bad. On a whole, whether or not you should get it. Well, see, if you're going after this because you like the title Justice League and you think this is going to be a Justice League story, you're going to be completely wrong. And I recommend people who like traditional Justice League stories not to get this. And in general, you probably shouldn't pick this up. This comic has potential. It has some nice characters in it, and the story does work towards the end. But there's not enough going for it for me to recommend you to go out and buy them, especially seeing each volume is $19. That's a lot for something that's mediocre at best. If you go to a Comic-Con or maybe a sale at a comic book store and you can pick them up for cheap, that would actually be a good thing, and then I do recommend picking them up. But under normal circumstances, I would have to say no. I enjoyed the series for what it's worth, but it's not enough for me to say, hey, go out of your way and get it. I got mine for $5 and free, because I did some trade-ins. First I got the $5 one, Volume 1, for $5 out of sale, and then I got one for trade-in, because I traded in a bunch of my old Transformers that I didn't want, like Transformers Animated. Boy, I really shouldn't have bought those. And anyways, I got some credit, so I decided might as well get this while I can for free. So, with that said, Justice League Elite had some potential, had some good characters, and some nice writing towards the end, but it just isn't enough. So, avoid it. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.